Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for March 27th, 2022, with your host, PleaseBreaker2448, and remember, Epsilon.
Hello.
I don't know why January was in my mind for a hot second. I was like, wait, no, it's not. Why am I thinking January?
It's the month of January.
That sounds right. So yeah, folks, it's TGS a day later because I was incredibly tired.
I was
yesterday.
gonna say this one was you.
Yeah, this is the rare. I am too tired. I require sleep. I can't make show. It didn't help that I had to fight my internet all day yesterday to get the notes done. For whatever reason, every 20 minutes or so, internet would cut out. And then it'd come back for a little bit, and then it would cut out again, and then it would come back, and then it would cut out again, and this went for like 3 hours or so. And I was like, oh my god, I just want to do stuff. Why? I had to think it was the wind because the wind was picking up real bad yesterday. Because I don't know otherwise. Yeah, it's we get to talk about video games. Yay!
Yay!
But besides that, Tommy, what have you been playing the last couple weeks?
Well, I mean, one's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you've got caught by the Craftopia bug real bad.
Not as bad as I have on some games, though.
Yeah.
I'm might be also trying to keep myself from burning out.
Yeah.
But that, played more Rocket League. I've played the new Mario Kart 8 stuff.
I have too, because I got a digital code off Amazon. Since I have the DLC for free because of the Switch Online, I'm just like, well, I might as well just get a digital code for Mario Kart 8 and just grab it and go.
Okay. I don't plan on dropping the expansion pass anytime soon, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with not buying the DLC separate, kind of deal.
Yeah.
If I get to the point where I'm gonna say forget the expansion pass, then I might go ahead. But
Yeah, because
right now I don't really see a...
Unfortunately, my view of the tracks is a little skewed because my first experience on some of them might have been at 200cc because Ty did an open lobby this week.
Oh dear God.
And I hopped in and he did 200cc.
Oh dear God.
So some of my first experiences might have been 200cc, as I was like, oh God, what kart do I do for 200cc right out of the gate of this video game? Oh God.
I actually also just happened to remember the fact that you didn't have deluxe. Because you had it on the Wii U.
Yeah, I had original. I was going in the Turner CC on a fresh file.
Ouch.
Yeah. I was like, I'm in rough shape because I'm like, what the fuck cart do I use? What do I cobble together?
I went into 50cc on them because I was like, I want to learn the maps.
Yeah.
And relearn controls because it's been a while since I played Mario Kart. And it legitimately took me one entire cup before I got back in the hang of it. And I can still feel that I'm rusty on certain things. That's the bad thing.
I just went, well, how much grip and how much handling do I need? All of it? Because I don't need speed and acceleration.
No.
I still spent most of the game in the wall or off the track. Because I was fighting this damn thing to get it back on the track.
What the heck?
What?
The freaking Kirby game has like so much storage that it needs.
I have seen some of that Kirby game. I never thought I would see the day where Kirby has a perfect dodge.
I played the demo and I was like, okay, you kind of got me sold there.
Yeah, I saw some more from, I think, Ty, Big John, Author Blues, somebody else, I think. I've seen them all play Kirby at various points, and it's like, damn, this actually looks really good.
Yeah, I picked the demo up and it just felt good to start with. And I was like, oh. And it also kind of helps that the demo completely lets you do mouthful car mode.
Uh-huh.
Right out the gate, and I'm like, ooh.
And I believe once you beat the demo the first time around, it lets you try the upgraded abilities. So now you can try the entire demo with upgraded abilities to see, like, oh, this is like further down the road progression as well.
Which that's so actually really smart.
Yeah. It's only like 3 of them, I think, because it's Bomb, Sword, and I think the Cutter one? I forget the name of them. But it's those 3. And as it turns out, Bomb is dumb.
Always.
Because upgraded Bomb is, hey, what if you put down multiple bombs that if they're close enough, they interconnect with each other, making them more powerful when they detonate. But they're on a timer. So you're trying to go, okay, how do I get as many bombs out as possible and keep them in a small enough area so that they all like are close enough to be connected, but not close enough to like hit each other, because then they explode in order to get maximum damage. And it's like, oh, there's tech in this game. Oh no. As Ty put it, he can't wait to learn the speedrun of this game because yeah, there's tech in this game.
It feels weird because, you know, I've not really played too many Kirby games, but when I played, I think it's Rainbow Curse. It's the one for the Wii U.
I think that's Rainbow Curse.
I actually was half. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually was half tempted to try to learn the speedrun for it.
Kirby games are real good.
I was like, you know, I almost could get behind doing the speedrun for this game.
So I'm kind of looking at that and like going, I might pick this up at some point and play it on my own time. Damn it. Time to add something new to the backlog since I've wrapped up 30.
I mean, at least it's not another long RPG.
Oh, thank God, no, yeah. Although I keep getting reminded about 13 Sentinels, which is a game from Vanillaware, and I'm like, fuck, I really want to play 13 Sentinels because it's a Vanillaware game, and I like Vanillaware games.
Also, I just thought about something you inadvertently picked up for the backlog, too.
What?
Whether you've actually pieced that together or not.
Oh, Mario Kart. That's fine.
Unlocking everything in it.
Well, the only thing is you only have to unlock the carts. Everything else is unlocked.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? That's fine, because the only way to unlock carts is to get 30 coins, and nah, fuck that, I'm good. It is 30 coins per cart unlock, and I don't know how many there are. So I don't even know how many coins I need to start with.
Oh. I don't remember. I think in Deluxe I'm barely beyond the threshold. Wii U I kind of went way beyond because, you know, or no, I might be inverse. Might be the Wii U I barely beat the threshold because I did speedrun Deluxe. So then me booting up Deluxe may not help to find that information out for you now that I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah, there's no way that it took that far. I can tell you this much, it's less than 10,000 coins.
Yeah.
I know it's way less than that. I'm wanting to say it's like 3, maybe, or 1,500. It's really low kind of deal compared to what Wii U's requirements were.
It's 23 carts. Well, yeah, 23 carts, 17 bikes, 21 wheels, 14 gliders.
How much of that's is that all to unlock?
That's all the unlockable stuff.
Run them numbers again.
23, 17, 21, 14.
And it's every 30 coins.
Every 30 until you hit 500, and then it's 50 per unlock. So pretty much take, let's see. Take about 15 off that total number and then just do 50.
So 35. Okay. So I was right the first time then. If I'm not mistaken, in the Wii U one though, it was a lot more than that.
Yeah, because it was 50 coins per unlock to start with on Wii U, and then it was 100 once you hit the 1,000 mark.
Because I remember I had a stupid amount of coins in that for no reason.
Yeah. But I pretty much need 3,000 coins, and I think you can only really get, what is it, 40 coins max, I think, per
40,
Grand Prix?
Yeah, 40 per Grand Prix.
Yeah, assuming you get that max 40, so like, that's like an
88 cups. Which isn't too bad, really.
Yeah. And then Gold Mario, which... How'd you even unlock Gold Mario? Oh, you have to do first in all the Grand Prix at 200cc. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, because there's a gold standard, gold tire, and gold glider. And kart is win cup with single star on 150cc in mirror mode in every Grand Prix. Or in Grand Prix. Beat every Snap Ghost to get the tires on 50cc or 150cc. And then 5,000 coins for the Switch. 10,000 in Wii U, you get the gold glider. So yeah, no, I'm good. That can be just a thing I get as I play a video game.
I still have one freaking cup that I don't have for 50cc. And I don't understand it. Because every time I have tried that cup, the game just says no.
Nah.
It will let me get almost to the end, and then the game's just like, nah. I'm like, but game... Also, I saw something that really kind of annoys me about people's predictions for the new maps in there. I think I
What?
saw it on a Reddit post. Basically, they were saying that there won't be any new maps that haven't, like, maybe already been implemented in Tour first. Except we already have one.
Do we?
Yeah. If you pay attention to it, out of the 8 courses that are added in, Ninja Hideaway is the only one that does not have a game title reference. That actually is a new map.
Oh, I just assumed it was a Mario Kart Tour map.
It looks like it would be, and it might have been implemented after. But yeah, that is the only one out of the 8 that does not have a game title for up there. It's like, how is no one paying attention to that? I mean, unless they just accidentally forgot to put that one in there.
Yes, it is a tour track. It's the 44 or 40 or wait, no. Yeah, it's in Mario Kart Tour.
When did it get added in? Because that would be the next question.
Last year. April 7th to around April 20th, when the tour that involved it got added in.
Wonder if that's why it's like it is then.
Probably.
Because I'm almost wondering if maybe that's in that gray zone. Because I can't think that they just decided to start porting this a few months back. This has at least been rolling for a while.
Yeah.
Why do I get the feeling it might actually be that it got tested in Tour and fixed for 8? Because that's almost what that sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we have what? 1, 2.
But that also makes me wonder, why did they miss that? If it has been in Tour, then that would still be considered a Tour map.
Maybe there's something different about it.
But that wouldn't matter. They've done remakes of maps that have slightly altered things and it'd still be considered.
True.
As case in point, N64's Rainbow Road. The course layout's the same. The remainder of it is not.
Yeah. I don't know. It might just be just a goof on their part of just like, oops, we forgot to label this as Tour. Oh well. It's not like anyone's gonna notice anyway.
Except for all of the data miners that they know are there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 40 tracks left. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they just stuck a new one in there, because it's like, how many tracks are not featured in Mario Kart 8 at this point from a previous video game?
I mean, quite a few, I would have to think.
Yeah.
And it depends. Do you count every iteration of same named maps as well?
I would say every unique track. So like every unique version of Rainbow Road is different, would technically be different.
I feel like that stipulation makes it go from there's quite a few to there's still a good bit then.
Yeah, I would assume it's like at least more than 40, but like I'm sure there's some tracks that some people are like, no, I don't need that track back.
Well, I mean, case in point, a lot of the NES tracks that are basically the same track, just slightly changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like SNES tracks, there's probably very few of those that people would want back. N64, on the other hand, people would love to have all those back, probably. Because nostalgia says yes on all them. At least I think.
Yes and no. Because, like, there's certain tracks that I'm like, okay, we've really technically got a better version of this map from newer games. So maybe not bring that one kind of concept.
Yeah, that's the trickier part of, like... Because the one I'm thinking of is, like, what is it, Wario Stadium? Would you rather have that, or I think, Waluigi Stadium?
Well, I think then they also redo Wario Stadium for one of the other games too.
Probably.
I think actually even... I'm gonna look at something. Because I think actually it's got a variant in 8, but I can't swear to that.
I mean, I would like that one pinball track back just because it's the pinball track.
Oh yeah, it's the DS Wario Stadium is what wound up in 8. See, that would be one of those that I'm like, do you really need both of them?
Anything else?
No.
Well, I had my Rider Tamagotchi in, and then the batteries died. Apparently, I didn't get full batteries when I got it. But would you care to guess what 2 riders I got?
Which?
Well, I got Dino first. And then I got Wizard.
Well, at least it wasn't Kabuto.
Yeah. But I don't know how I got them specifically because, again, you're supposed to, like, depending on, like, how much food you give them, how many drinks you give them, how much exercise between the 2 games you give them, etc., that's supposed to determine which ones you get. Fucking, I don't know. I feel like I treated them the exact same and I got 2 different riders, so part of me thinks it's a bit of a dice roll.
Probably.
But I did find out who the secrets were, because apparently the Premium Bandai website updated at some point and just said, all right, here's all the secrets. So for like the first batch of Showa that goes from Ichigo to Super 1, the secrets are Rider Man and Tackle, which, fuck yeah, Tackle representation. The second Showa batch, that is Z-Cross to J, is Shadow Moon, Bio Rider, or Robo Rider and Bio Rider. So you get 2 RX form changes in Shadow Moon. Heisei Phase 1, which is Kuga to Decade, is the end for some reason. And then for phase 2, from Double to Geo, it's Poppy. Just Rider Poppy. I don't... Why?
Yeah.
And then for Rarua, it's Vice. Just Rider Vice. And that's all your secrets. One second, I gotta go let the dog out.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
But yeah, that was the Rider Tamagotchi. It's nice. It's a nice little thing. I got the official release from Amazon, which, for those wondering, there's no instructions bundled in, but apparently there's a PDF online that you're supposed to be able to get that gives you all the instructions, which are very helpful. Thankfully, the battery died when I was on my 3rd rotation, so I didn't really lose any progress. But I gotta get me some LR44 batteries to put back in it. Besides that, I tried out the new Fortnite season, the no-build season, for now. It feels weird, but I kinda liked it. Granted, I just might be feeling the burn on Fortnite at the moment. I am curious how pro players feel now that they can't just poop out 12 million walls in 5 seconds.
Good question.
Because this is a radical alteration to the meta of Fortnite. Because the meta of Fortnite is build forever, fight for the build. And now it's, I guess, play this like a shooter.
Which I'm not gonna lie, has kind of got me somewhat interested in attempting it again.
It's worth...
Because I kind of feel like the building was... I'm not gonna say stupid, but it was something that should have been able to have been a choice.
Yeah.
At least on the Battle Royale side.
Mm-hmm.
Those Save the World stuff, yeah, I get that being a forced thing, but the Battle Royale side, I feel like there should have been queues for both.
Yeah, because I've played a bit of the Save the World, and yeah, it makes sense that build mechanic is there. It's kind of built around the build mechanic. Battle Royale's not at all. Not really. As you could see, like, you could drop the build mechanic and add in some movement tech, and oh look, you can do everything you could normally do with building. Except guard forever, I guess.
And that's the big reason why I'm like, yeah, I feel like that should have been an option. Mm-hmm. It should have been a, do you just want to play a Battle Royale that's a shooter, or do you want to play a Battle Royale that's a builder?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's two different things.
Yeah. I also tried out the NR event for Yu-Gi-Oh, where you could only build a deck with normals and rares. I ran into so much meta bullshit. It was fucking ridiculous. I very, very rarely ran into a deck that wasn't like a Megalith deck, or I got fucking OTK'd Hippo Carnival once. Actually, I think I got hit by that twice. Which there's no counter for, really, unless you stop the effect. Because I'm sure you don't know what that is, right?
No.
Okay, so it starts with dropping one of these kaiju monsters, which you can tribute your opponent's monsters to summon a kaiju on their field, which are these big, like 3,300 plus, like attack monsters. You drop one with a light element. That's important. Then you play the Hippo Carnival card from Arc 5 that summons the Hippo Dancer tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think you either play the Performapal Hippo card or not, but then you play Leech the Light. Guess what Leech the Light does?
What?
It uses the attack points and buffs all of your light attribute monsters by that amount of attack and defense points. Guess what all of the hippos are?
Oh,
They're all light element. Guess how much attack they have?
oh boy.
About 4,400 by the time this is through. Guess who's not surviving this turn? You! You're dead! Because the hippos have killed you. There's no stopping it. So yeah, I had that happen. I think I had another OTK deck hit me. It was not fun. Not fun at all. I've got all the gems for the event, thankfully. And I did a couple polls. My Synchron deck is almost complete. I just need a Tech Genius Hyper Librarian, and then the deck is complete. And then I can start running it. And I can start doing synchro nonsense. I can't wait to do synchro nonsense. And besides that, I did 4 of the Rider games for the marathon, or the weekly look. I'll be honest, I think only one of them has really stood out to me out of the group.
Okay.
Because Summon and Ride, it's bare bones basic Skylander stuff. It's nothing super interesting. Double feels like garbage in the game, though. Oh, Double feels so slow. Because I think they made Double kind of a charge character, kind of. So just Double doesn't feel right. But everyone else I played felt fine. But yeah, otherwise there's not really anything like super interesting going on with Summon and Ride. The Fies game feels like a Climax Heroes game where it's build to the finisher and then pop the finisher and the fight's over. Nothing super interesting there. Grand Shocker no Yobu is unfortunately the game I couldn't really showcase because it's too complicated without a proper translation, I feel like, or you have in-depth read a guide for it. Because guess what Grand Shocker no Yobu is?
What?
Single player Monopoly-ish.
Oh.
Yeah. It is single player Monopoly, kind of, where you're going around these different boards and you're trying to buy properties, and if you do it in a certain order, that completes that area and you fight the boss. And you fight the boss in this motorcycle racing minigame, I think. At least you fight the regular enemies in this motorcycle minigame.
Probably
and
the
if you beat
bosses
them,
too.
yeah, and if you beat them, you win. And if you do all the areas, you beat the video game. It is kind of impenetrable without like an extensive read of the guide to understand what's going on or a translation of the game. I had an extensive guide and I still went. I needed to have pre-read this fully twice over to feel like I could play this game. Because trying to do it on stream wasn't working. So Grand Shark no Yubu doesn't work. But on the flip side, the Hibiki game was really good and felt really good. Because it's another, like, 2.5D fighting game, much like the Climax Heroes games, except there's no 3D element, so it's more of a 2D fighter, but 3D models. Everyone felt good just to play. Especially Todoroki and Zanki, who are the guitar wielders. They just hit like trucks, and it was just like, oh, this feels really good. This feels really fun. And it was short, too, which really benefited it. It also, because Hibiki is all about music and stuff, you had a rhythm game you had to play for the finisher. To win the fight proper, you had to play the rhythm game. Thankfully, all the buttons are the same, so you just hit one button over and over. But you had to do it to the rhythm of the song. And it had a new version of Hibiki's theme that I never heard before, which was really cool to hear. It was more of a flute theme. So yeah, the Hibiki one, probably the standout of the bunch so far. And that's the on PS2 for reference, folks. But yeah, the next 4... because this next week it's Battle Racers, which is a racing game, and the Gombaride Card Battle War 1, which is a home version of the Gombaride, which is now Gombarizing card game. It's not an actual card game, it's more of you use cards that represent certain characters and you kind of battle with them. So it's not something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Thankfully. We're not going to attempt to play Kamen Rider Yu-Gi-Oh! On stream. That won't go well. But then after that is Kabuto. And the Dragonite game. Which, the Dragonite game is basically a Climax Heroes game, so probably not going to be the most interesting. Kabuto 1 apparently got featured because some fighting game players found some tech in it they thought was super interesting, so that kind of made the rounds for a week. But other than that, I chipped away at Yakuza 7, and I chipped away at Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because those are the two next games I'm trying to chip away at and beat, in the hopes I beat 12 games this year. We'll see. But yeah, anything else?
Nah.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if my dog wants it, and then we'll hit the articles.
All right.
Alright, I'm back. So let's hit some news. We have to start with the serious stuff.
Always.
Yeah. So first up, Sony has responded to allegations of sexism and misconduct. So they had to say they are taking this seriously. And they value their female employees, so nothing super specific. I'm trying to see here what specifically they got hit with, because it's a lawsuit. So this is a case from last year, from someone. Sony asked to dismiss it in February, but there's 8 more claims attached to it now. Lack of women considered for senior positions during calibration sessions. Apparently during one of these, only 4 women were considered for promotions, compared to almost 70 men that were considered. Comments about female candidates' family lives in those sessions that weren't made for applicable men candidates too. Giant imbalance of employee distribution. And apparently Sony's not equipped to handle toxic environments, according to one manager. So yeah, it's unfortunately to say the greatest hits, or the worst hits, I guess, of the standard of the industry right now, which just sucks. It just sucks that this is the standard. Because another story that came out was, and this is the one that I saw in John's Discord, because I've been in his Discord, and I saw this get passed around, and I was like, well, fuck. Moon Studios, the people behind the Ori games, reports came out about this, and I believe this is more the founders of the Ori games, specifically. Apparently, studio leaders used buzzwords about being an open and honest workplace as a cover for abuses that happen. Use of offensive verbs by the founders, anti-Semitic jokes, and a public discussion and jokes about the size of their genitals. Great. Fantastic.
I mean, those jokes always go over well.
Yeah. Reports of a lot of these jokes and inappropriate discussions happened in public chats that were open to others at the company. Turnover at Moon Studios was also high. I want to say I also saw that this came out because I forget her name, but there was a female writer for Moon Studios, and she was apparently the only female writer, and I think she might be a part of this report as well. In name, or she's at least backing up the report, because I don't think she works there anymore. But yeah. So yeah, this sucks to hear that 2 shitheads are ruining a company, and unfortunately, it's the 2 shitheads in charge.
I mean, isn't that how it always is?
Feels like it. So, anything specific on them?
Yeah.
All right, then. Lighter news. Supposedly, according to a report coming out of Bloomberg, and I think Variety, also reported on this as well. We're going to be seeing PlayStation's answer to Game Pass this week. Possibly. Supposedly, this new subscription is going to combine PlayStation Plus, which is their premium subscription and online pass thing, and then PlayStation Now, which is their on-demand game service that has older titles, I believe. I'm not sure. I have barely dealt with either.
Which was the other?
PlayStation Now.
No, that's their like cloud streaming thing.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I think they do a little bit of older title stuff, but not a whole lot.
They do in it too, but it's all the cloud streaming stuff.
Yeah. But more than just consolidating, these will offer tiers offering catalogs of modern games and classic from older PlayStation eras. And according to Bloomberg sources, splashy lineups of hit games from recent years. Also, probably don't expect brand new stuff like Ragnarok on this. So not quite as good as Game Pass, but maybe something? We'll see. Like, I'm curious how it will shake out. I wouldn't mind some older stuff from Sony. Granted, the thing I would like to have for older stuff, they probably won't do because this would be too complicated. Because I'm sure PS3 is a nightmare to try to do for the system.
Maybe not.
I mean, if you can give me a service that lets me play every single Ratchet and Clank game on one console, perfect. Because I would like that. Since PS2 emulation on the Ratchet and Clank games is not up to snuff, as we found out. And I would like more or less a Ratchet and Clank box. So yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful Sony's got something. Do you have any extended thoughts on that?
No, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Next up, we have another video game to TV thing. Tekken! Which, this isn't the first time Tekken has made it to animation. I think. I know we had a Tekken live-action movie. But I don't think this is the first Tekken anime. But apparently Netflix is doing Tekken Bloodline. There's a teaser trailer out. This is currently dated for... probably not at the moment.
No, definitely not at the moment.
Yeah. We don't have specific release date for it, but that's interesting. I wouldn't mind taking a look at a Tekken anime, because Tekken's lore is nonsense as far as I know. But have you gotten the opportunity to check out the Halo show?
Nope.
I have.
I mean, I will, but
Right.
I also feel like I might wait until a couple of episodes are out.
That might be a good idea. I'm trying how best to describe episode 1. It's fine. Like, it's fine. But, like, you have a basic understanding of Halo's story. If you're not coming into the show with that, I've got bad news for you. This show's not going to give you any quarter on that. You better come in with a basic understanding of Halo's story, otherwise you're screwed. Because my dad tried to watch the show. He watched episode 1. He does not know what Halo is. Halo is well after his time as a video game person. He even assumed that I didn't know what Halo was. He had no idea what was happening. Absolutely no idea what was happening. And like I said, he knows nothing about Halo. That's not good.
No, not at all.
Also, I had a conversation with Hawk on Twitter about this. So you know that thing about Cortana, about where she came from?
Yeah.
So you know how the games have never explained that? Guess what they just decided to focus on randomly in a back room of Halsey's lab?
Well, okay, you know why the games never really explained that? Because the direction that 343 went with it and the direction that Bungie was going with it were two different directions.
Uh-huh.
And that was made very apparent between Reach and 4.
Yeah. Also, prepared for people to be confused about the girl the Covenant's working with or having them work for.
Oh boy.
Because Hawk just assumed that was a thing, and I'm like, no. Or he didn't know what the hell that was, and I'm like, that's new, but rest of the stuff isn't. Although, so you know how the Spartans are okay with their backstory, but the fact that they got kidnapped at like 6 years old and got turned into cyborgs at the age of like 16?
I mean, are we really calling it okay, or just they've kind of came to terms with it?
Either or.
Because it's not really that they're okay with it, it's just they've kind of came to terms with it.
Yeah, that essentially.
Yeah.
What if we didn't tell them about that?
Huh.
And what if a foreigner artifact started giving Chief flashbacks to his family?
Huh.
I will say this. The episode starts fairly good and then kind of dips. And everything from then on is oh, we're doing this. This is giving me 5 flashbacks. You should not be giving me 5 flashbacks. And apparently, from what I've heard from press outlets and stuff who have gotten to see both at the first 2 episodes, because they got to do the early preview of episode 2, it's downhill from here. Like, downhill from here.
Of course it is. Because we can't have nice things.
I'm going to see how far down we go for episode 2. And if it is a dumpster fire after episode 2, I'm like, I'm good. I'm not watching this anymore. I'm fine. Oh. Because and bear in mind, I'm not paying for Paramount Plus on this because I am a word that starts with a P and ends with a yar hardy hardy har on this one.
It wouldn't be purrit or nothing, would it?
Do what?
That wouldn't be purrit or nothing, would it?
No, totally not. It's something else. I can't think of a word at the moment. But yeah, I'm totally yar hardy hardy in this one because I'm not paying for Paramount Plus for this. Because I do not give a shit about Paramount Plus. Granted, I think if you have, what is it, Game Pass Ultimate, you get a free month right now?
Probably.
Because Microsoft really wants you to check out this show. So, yeah. Tune in about a week or so, and I'll get to tell you how much episode 2 probably sucked.
Yeah.
Anywho, any other thoughts before we hit the next one?
Nah.
All right, then. So, early E3 season news. Apparently, we're not getting an EA Play Live this year. No specific reason.
So what? We'll get a EA Play recorded?
I don't know. There apparently EA, I guess, maybe doesn't have plans, or at least specific plans for E3 this year. Since we know E3 is not doing in person because COVID's still a thing. Apparently PAX East is requiring proof of vaccination for anyone attending that event. Summer Games Fest is still expected this year. But Dead Space is not till next year. So unless EA, I guess, has a Star Wars thing besides their usual sports stuff, I don't know if they have anything to showcase this year. Although I did see whoever was the previous host of EA Play Live before Xavier Woods did the hosting last year, like say, oh, look what happened when you had Xavier Woods hosted, and now it's canceled the next year. And then Xavier Woods is like, motherfucker, I do far more than you. Don't start. Don't fight with me. You'll lose. And he did. So good on Xavier. But yeah, I guess no EA Play this year.
Oh no. Whatever will we do?
Yeah, I know. It's so disappointing. Last thing on the docket, PlayStation has bought another studio. It's Haven Studios. I don't know who these people are offhand, unfortunately.
I don't know either.
I know. Oh, they're like new. That would be why. Because they were just founded March 16th of last year.
That would explain it.
Yeah, they were founded by Jade Raymond. She is a longtime producer with Ubisoft, or formerly with Ubisoft. She did pretty much a lot of the original Assassin's Creed stuff, like 1, 2, Bloodlines. She did Splinter Cell Blacklist, Watch Dogs. She was managing director on Unity, Far Cry 4. She did Mighty Quest for Epic Loop as an executive producer, and she had a quick stint in EA with EA to do Star Wars Battlefront 2 as a SVP Group General Manager. So this is her studio that has now been acquired by Haven, which, when they apparently started, Sony Interactive Entertainment invested in the studio when it started. So this is less of an acquisition and more of Jade Raymond's like, hey, I want to open a studio. Do you want it to be under your umbrella? And Sony went, sure. That seems more like this case, so I wouldn't really call this an acquisition. Not like we've had to talk about on this show so far. It's not much to talk about there. So shall we bang on the releases then?
I guess we shall.
Oh, good lord, the 31st of this month. It requires its own page.
No surprises.
Not really, but damn. So, releases for the next couple weeks or so. Lost Judgment DLC, the Kaito Files. Xbox One, Series X, PlayStation 4, and 5 coming out March 28th. Patty and Meow Meow Land for Xbox One, Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. The 31st. See if we can pull out some stuff from this mess. Castlevania Anniversary Collection for PlayStation 4 and Switch. Glitch Hikers, The Space Between for Switch. Kitsune Tales for PlayStation 4 and 5. Stonks 98,000. Stonk Manager Simulator for Switch. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Tropico 6 for PlayStation 5. Weird West for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I saw Giant Bomb do a preview for this one. It's a little isometric adventure game set in the West, but kind of interesting. On April Fool's Day. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach for PlayStation 4 and 5.
I feel like that's a joke.
Probably. Flat Kingdom Paper Cut Edition, or Papers Cut Edition for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. Road Redemption for PlayStation 4, and Turbine for Switch. On the 2nd, Super Clown Lost Diamonds for Switch. On the 5th, the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. And then it will be The Show 22 for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. On the 7th, I'm gonna go with 7th. Bibby and Tina, New Adventures with Horses for Switch. Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch. Godfall Ultimate Edition for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, and 5. Orcs Must Die 3, Tipping the Scales for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. House of the Dead Remake for Switch. On the 8th, Astro Dogs for Switch and Borble Terabin for Switch. And on the 9th, Axolotl for Switch. It's not a whole lot this week. But this takes us to quick draws, and mine is not the new Ruby thing that we finally got information on this week. Yeah, because then I saw this and I was like, no, right, I need to bring this up. So I talked about a different wrestling game that was like a Paper Mario style RPG that the crowdfunding failed for, so it's kind of on the back burner now. But now we have a different one. Someone new is trying their hat at RPG wrestling game. It's WrestleQuest. And it looks good. It's top-down exploration with like a pretty more standard RPG setup. I don't think there's anything like the timed hit stuff from like a Paper Mario game. But you got different characters. You've got tag team attacks. That kind of remind me more of the Mario and Luigi games with like the button inputs you do for them. So it's a bit more like that rather than like the Paper Marios, which the Mario and Luigi games are still good. Also, you get to fight, I don't know if this is supposed to be, where is that part in the trailer? I don't know if this is supposed to be Jake the Snake Roberts, Andre the Giant, and Macho Man Randy Savage, or not Jake the Snake Roberts, not Andre the Giant, and not Macho Man Randy Savage, because they look very much like them, and I don't know if they're supposed to be them or not.
I mean, it's probably the not versions, because copyright.
They look too close to be the not versions, though.
Yeah, but copyright.
Right. But also, this picture of the Macho Man, which everything in this game has like an action figure aesthetic, which I'm absolutely down for as well. It just says Macho Man on it. So I'm inclined to believe it's not. These are actually supposed to be Macho Man Randy Savage and the lot of them. But like, I don't know. You know what? I'm on board. Whatever it is. I need a wrestling RPG in my life, damn it. And this looks good. Unfortunately, it is coming soon. Goddamn trademark coming soon. Damn you. But this is PlayStation, PC, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch platforms. The showcase and Xbox is in the showcase. So maybe if this comes out, it might hit Game Pass.
Possible.
Which I'd be super down for then, because it's like, Game Pass, it means I don't have to pay money for it. Yay! Oh, it does have licensed legends. It is actually them. Holy shit, I see this in the article now. Got Macho Man, Jake the Snake, Jeff Jarrett, the Road Warriors, and DDP. So damn it, this does have actually like the proper legends in them. Nice. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we'll see it relatively soon. But yeah, As I mentioned, there is a new Ruby anime coming from Shaft. That's coming, I think, this year. I didn't see a specific release date for it, but it looked good. Also, it's like a remaster of like Volume 1. So, which honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing.
Feels kind of nice, but weird at the same time.
Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing a kind of a remastering of the original volumes. Just to flesh them out a little better. Because it's not like they're...
I feel like yes, but I also feel like if we were... I also feel like to be true to it, if it was going to be like a remaster of it, it should be in the newer model engine that they've got.
Yeah, it should be in... Is it Maya, or is that the old one?
I don't remember which one it is now. But
yeah.
I do know part of the reason why we'll probably never see that is the simple fact of that's why the costume changes happened. Every time they changed it, rather than trying to modify and make it work, they just said, we're going from the ground up.
Also, they'd have to replicate all of the fight scenes, and yeah, they don't like doing too many fight scenes in current Ruby, if I'm being honest.
Well, I feel like we've gotten to the point where that's not really needed as much.
Yeah.
We're now... And truthfully, the best comparison is they're using the same kind of flow pattern that Red versus Blue did. You had the what makes it popular phase and the now we're fleshing out the universe phase. And that's exactly what we're seeing there too.
Yeah, it's so weird for me to think that this isn't the first like Japanese only thing for Ruby I've seen, or like Japanese centered thing, because like Ruby has 2 different mangas at this point. It has like an anthology manga that does more like skits per character, but then it has like a proper manga that's like retelling of Ruby from the beginning with its own art style and stuff. And both of those originate from Japan. I don't know what happened, but Ruby is like stupid popular over there. I feel like more so here. Or more so than here. And I don't know how that happened.
I think I kind of can understand it. It's the thing that you see a lot. What's the big thing here when you get any kind of like Netflix or Hulu or any of that? Binge watching.
Real.
Kind of hard to do that on a show that only drops the season every, year and a half?
Feels like it, yeah. It feels like we go like 6 months to a year between volumes right now.
And on top of that, it's a case of you're dealing not only with having to wait that long, but then also having to wait weekly for each episode in that new season.
Those episodes are not guaranteed to be 20 minutes. They are often less.
And it's that all of that combined that I can completely understand that. Whereas by the time it winds up coming out over there, it's done had to go through all the process, so it's a little more fluid. And quite frankly, the rest of the world is not as impatient as Americans.
Fair. We're very bad about that.
Yeah.
But
and it also comes down to if it's not in the spotlight, then people forget.
Very true.
Ruby's been out of the spotlight just enough between seasons that people forget.
Yeah. Which, I saw something interesting and it made me think. Apparently the next volume got delayed a little bit, just because COVID restrictions and the like. They're really taking their time on it because restrictions and the like have really slowed them down. So there's not a hard date for the volume just yet, or not even a soft date for the volume just yet. I wonder if this might not just take a place of it, because this doesn't have a hard date either. I wonder if they might just wait for the volume till next year and just let this just be the Ruby thing this year.
I doubt it.
I'm sure, but it was a thought.
That's one of those I super doubt that. I might could see them doing something in the style of the Chibi spinoff series just to kind of keep it in there for another year and give them time, because I feel like that's a lower budgeted kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I don't know if those share teams, like animation teams and all that.
I'd say probably not, just because the style's so different.
Yeah, I'm sure it shares some of like the same like writing and like head staff, but I don't think it shares some of the same animation staff.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it really doesn't have to on that either.
Right. I'm sure like top of like when it comes to like overseer of Ruby stuff is the same, just because duh.
Yeah.
But like,
but even,
I don't know,
even the writers I could see possibly not even being, I mean, it probably is, since Rooster Teeth's not this humongous company, but it's one of those I could actually see that being just something they get a few people in and say, hey, do this, we're using this as a in-between. And just kind of walk away from it at that point.
Of course, you say that, and I'm like, how many people do work at Rooster Teeth?
I mean, I know it's not like super small, but it's not a humongous company either that it's like, oh yeah, there's definitely no way that the crews share anyone. No, there's more than likely overlap.
Apparently, it's 419 as of July 2019.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But as much as they do, I'm sure that's 419 people spread out across like different production stuff. And they have 8 locations as of 2018? Granted, it's all, wouldn't be surprised if it's all Austin and the surrounding area.
Maybe? They might have somewhere a little farther out.
Probably.
Awkward silence.
I'm looking. Well, their headquarters is still Austin.
I mean,
Here we go. Maybe?
possibly.
No. No, unfortunately, I don't think anyone's got a list. Nope, I don't think anyone's got a list for that.
I know one group of people that does. That would be the government.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, that was going to be the other thing. Maybe talk of Halo if you had watched it yet, but meh. Yeah, we'll have to wait a couple weeks on that one to really get into it.
Yeah, because it's the whole game to other media transition. I am more than willing to accept the fact that it's going to be crap. And yeah, I kind of want a little bit, that way I can make a sound biased opinion on that one.
Yeah. Okay, here's the weird thing about this show, perceptually speaking. I've seen people pass around this quote from, I think, one of the producers about how, oh, we didn't look at the games, we wanted to do our own thing. But then when you watch it, if you know, like, a lot of the novel and comic stuff, it's all there. The deeper lore is there. So I'm like, granted, it kind of makes sense that they didn't look at the games because we're pre-Halo 1. The fuck are they gonna do? There's no game set pre-Halo 1 but Reach, and Reach does not feature Chief. Of course they didn't look at the games. They have nothing to pull from.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes, for me, that kind of makes sense because I'm like, everything that is here that is accurate is not in any of the video games at fucking all.
The only downside is, because they didn't look at the video games, they didn't see that Bungie had one direction and 343 had a different direction on the reason behind why Cortana exists.
Yeah.
So that could be the only point that could have actually benefited from them looking at the games.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this is accurate to Halo. Here's the problem. Halo doesn't have that much of a story.
Yeah.
At least in the games.
Like,
I think...
Like, Chief's story exists.
Yeah.
Everything else about the universe is kind of just open.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think there's enough content in Halo 1 as is to support a full season of a show. I don't think. You have to expand that content.
Not a show that would try to be serious about itself.
Right.
If it was taking it, I wouldn't really say lightheartedly, but if it was willing to have its little offshoot dumb quest concept deals, then maybe I could see it working.
Yeah. I will say the show has made me learn something new about Halo lore I didn't know before.
Okay.
I didn't know Miranda was Halsey's kid. I take it from the silence you didn't know that either.
No, and I'm trying to think of if the game even remotely alludes to that.
No, apparently that's in a novel or a book or something else somewhere. Apparently, Captain Key, or the other Key, Father Keys, and Halsey got together at some point, had Miranda, and then Miranda, did her thing.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, God, I feel like that is so retconned that it's pathetic.
I don't think it's a retcon. I think it's just in the early book somewhere, and they just never bothered talking about it.
I'm more meaning within the game. I feel like they retconned that and just quietly thought they swept that under the rug, but nope.
Prop. It wouldn't surprise me.
God, I feel like that one should have been referenced somewhere though.
Apparently, Halsey's journal in the collector's edition of Reach is one of the first mentions I see for this. Apparently, Reach.
Excuse me?
Like Halsey's journal that comes with like the collector's edition of Halo Reach. Apparently, it's in there.
I mean, if it's just there, then I guess.
That's the most I got on.
Of course, if that's the case, then that technically means that was Bungie's idea there.
Yeah, because this feels like something that is like I said, was probably in a book or something. So like it's technically under Bungie, but it was just tossed out there because I'll be honest, realizing it, Miranda doesn't really get to do a whole lot.
Not really, no.
So that's probably why also this does not come up.
Well, she gets to set the events of 3 in motion, and that's about it.
Right. She gets to do that, and then she gets to take a dealer or take a whatever that brute gun is to the back.
Yeah. Thus making it where when Halsey inevitably gets killed, then because let's be real, she's not dying because of, you know, old age or natural causes. No, she's gonna get killed.
And then a clone of her will show up.
Yeah. Well, it already
she has. A
has.
contingency. Well, right, but I mean an actual clone that doesn't get turned into an AI. Because you best believe she's got a fucking contingency plan of like, well, if I kick the bucket, this one will take over.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, regardless, she's technically made a clone by, you know, making new Cortana.
Cortuna. I refuse to call her anything else. It is Cortuna. Her name is Cortuna until it is stated otherwise. I am not calling her the weapon. No, her name is Cortuna until she picks something else out and we are told what that name is.
I mean, the end of Infinite kind of suggests that she's gonna pick Cortana.
Then she's still Cortuna.
Fair.
So, folks, look forward to that.
I would love it if the next game that actually has her in it, if they still just decided that she wanted to go with being called the weapon. That would be so freaking funny. It's like, yep, set all that up just for it not to matter.
Honestly, it'd be hilarious if they called her whatever the Magnum's supposed to be called in game. Like, whatever the code name for the Magnum is.
Which one?
The first one. The only one that matters.
What's bad is I actually have to say that because each game I think it does change.
Whatever the code name for the first one is.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. Yes and no, because that would imply that she is really good at the thing she does. So maybe the second one?
Maybe.
Kind of useless but gets the job done. I feel like that might fit better.
Or she could follow the naming scheme of all the UNSC vehicles and just call her whatever would fit for that, whatever animal name.
True.
I don't know. I just feel like giving her a dumb name since, I don't know, just throw it. Because it probably will be something not as, like, exciting.
Or it'll literally just be Cortana.
Yeah.
Which is like, eh.
Here's a really dumb one. What if we call her Reboot?
I mean, it'd be accurate.
She is Reboot because we have soft rebooted Halo, and we haven't told you all that because you can't be mad at us if we don't say it.
I feel like Infinite's story side of it looked at everyone's backlash on 5, said, noted, we're gonna not do a reboot, but secretly it's a reboot because, you know, there is parts in the game that you actually have to acknowledge 5.
Look, they've literally went every main character you know from Halo 4 and 5, they are not appearing in this video game, and they are over there until we need them, if we ever want them. Lasky, he's over there. Blue team, they're over there. Locke, he's over here. The rest of this team, I don't know, but they're probably over there too.
I also love how they made it uber ambiguous that it could be potentially they're all dead. It kind of makes you wonder if they're secretly like, we're only bringing the ones that people want to come back. Otherwise, we're just gonna leave this as they might be dead.
Granted, I've realized something with the Halo show, because you know how the Spartans with Chief are not blue team, they are silver team. How episode 1 ends makes me go, I see why it's blue team, because Chief is going to murder them because they're gonna fight. I see. We can't have Chief kill blue team. People would be upset about that.
I mean, yeah.
But if he ends up killing these new characters because of something betrayal, it doesn't matter because they're just new people.
Yeah, we can't have blue team die until we, you know, do that in the next Halo game. Just tell me that's not coming.
I saw it brought up, and I am honestly surprised that Halo Infinite is not doing a tie into the TV show right now in their video game for the multiplayer.
You're not
why
wrong.
are you not? Yeah, why are you not able to unlock like the Halo TV series armor and stuff? That should be a thing. I'm disappointed in you in Halo Infinite. I'm disappointed. But yeah. Look forward to this same conversation in like 3 weeks.
I know why. I know why they're not doing one. That's such a Fortnite move.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, something new media came out? Throw it in Fortnite.
They put in Uncharted skins, and I was like, I can't do this. I honestly don't know if this season can hold me. Because there's some stuff I'd like to pick up from like the season pass and stuff, but I think I just need to do a hard break from Fortnite.
Oh, like I did.
Yes. I think I just need to do it. I'm just like, look, just do it, uninstall it, be done. Because like, the grind is not for me. Like, Fortnite's fine for an every now and again game, but like, I have every now and again games that I can play and I enjoy better. I could boot up Monster Hunter.
Chief Collection.
Yeah, that. I could boot up Monster Hunter, do a couple monster like hunts for monsters, and like go, alright, got some stuff. Can I craft anything new? No, but I got progress. Since apparently the new DLC for Monster Hunter requires me to be level 7 in the hub, and I am just now level 3, so I got work to do before that comes out, because I would like to do that on stream for the pre-shows and stuff. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Alright then, tomorrow, on the Monday, instead of the usual Sunday, we're talking Kuga. 3 episodes, so it'll be a quick one, because one of them's a clip show.
Again.
Wednesday, we continue Craftopia, and I don't know if you want to come into my game, because the state of my base is very sad.
Sure.
It's
Because we
because
might also can do some dungeons.
Yeah.
Because I have this bad habit of I find dungeon, I do dungeon.
Mm-hmm. It'd probably be easier to do it in my game since I haven't really touched any dungeons. And maybe you can help me find a place to permanently set up my base, because I don't want to set it up on the starting island. I want to set it up somewhere that I like. I'm in that Minecraft mode where I want to find the right place and then set up. It doesn't matter if it's like 5 islands deep. So everything's kind of temp.
I think I kind of got you on that one. Because, you know, I unlocked some more islands when we were playing off stream. One of them was an empty island. And I actually kind of dig that. And I'm thinking about moving everything over there.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I was waiting on. Because like right now, it's just here is the foundation of a house, and then everything else is kind of on the beach next to it. Because I'm like, all right, I got a new thing. Go there, so I can do stuff with it. But since you can like pick up everything, I'm like, oh, let's just tempt till I find a proper place, and then I can properly build it and stuff, and like do something with it.
That is one thing I really like about it. Everything is temp. You don't have to worry about like certain things in Minecraft. If you place it and go to mine it, then you're not getting everything back out of it.
Yeah.
Like I really kind of dig that part of it. I just wish the building was a little bit better sometimes.
Yeah, it's got its jank.
Yeah. But I mean, it is in technically, I think, like early access kind of deal, so.
Yeah, I think it says like it's like an early game preview when you boot it up.
Yeah, it's a game preview is what they're calling it. So yeah, maybe that'll straighten out over time. I
would think so. Yeah, that's Wednesday. Thursday, we're taking a look at a couple more writer games. Saturday, I don't remember if it's
we're gonna do Halo 2.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Acrophobia speedrun concept.
Yep.
Because I decided to say yellow.
So see us fling ourselves into some more walls and trees and stuff, because that happened a lot.
2, I think, will be a little more interesting, because I did, the last time I played through it, screw around with it and found out that there are only certain triggers, and they're spread out far enough to where you could actually skip stuff. And I'm like, this is dangerous. Whereas with C, yeah, 2 betrayals. That's all I'm gonna say. I wouldn't have a problem actually trying to legitimately learn that run. God, 2 betrayals sucks. There's so many freaking triggers. That and the library. But I mean, I've never liked the library, so that didn't change nothing. I actually kind of like 2 betrayals, and I'm annoyed.
But yeah, that is next Saturday. And then the next Sunday is proper Kuga, as we talk in our 4 episodes. I have the thought that since 01 is our next one, and right now we don't have a release on the docket, we might be doing a different older writer show. Some part of me wants to say Hibiki just because it's probably the most out there different writer show of like phase 1, and see how that shakes out. But considering that is a ways out right now, it's kind of in the air. But anything else?
No.
Alright then, if you like what you're seeing, folks, drop a follow, really appreciate it. Chipping away at the affiliate go at TeaserZone on Twitter, gets you updates on live. Exclamation point, Discord, and chat. Gets this one link, drop by, say hi. See you tomorrow, folks.